we've dealt with Sullivans with my parents and with Jim's parents and grandparents. All were in Royal Oak, and so they were with the Sullivans for many, many years. But yeah, 8 months ago, my husband passed away. So even though I've been here and kind of dealt with funerals and stuff, when it's your spouse, it sure is different. So, well, we didn't have his funeral pre-planned, so I had to go through all of those, selecting the casket and everything, but they helped me through it. My daughter and son-in-law came with me. They didn't rush us. They gave that comfort is, I think, the most important thing for me. And they gave us time to be by ourselves, but they were always there, that if we needed something, they were available. So we had one-day visitation, and then we had a service, and then the burial. So it was a busy Saturday. They got us through the whole day. I had somebody to hold them. My children are wonderful. My family is wonderful. But it was wonderful having somebody else to hold the hand, to give you that support, and they provided that. Business-wise, they handled everything. They answered all the questions that we needed. I have nothing else to compare it with, but I don't want to. I don't need to go and shop around. Okay, like I say, when I die, I know I'm coming here. It's just the whole atmosphere is just very comforting.
When that call comes in, are you equipped to handle every moment with safety and ease? My biggest challenge was using equipment that didn't feel designed for someone like me. The stretchers and casket jacks I used seemed built for a past era, when the profession was mostly male and the population wasn't as diverse in size. With the adjustable height of the Jack E, someone my size can lift caskets more effectively. And with the Spencer cot, having push-button adjustments and telescoping handles makes such a difference in my day-to-day work. Using the Jack E and Spencer cot has greatly diminished my risk of back injury and overexertion. I appreciate how Spencer's products use a technological, safety-driven approach. I can present myself as more polished to families, and in the long term, I'm avoiding injuries that would keep me from doing the work I love. As the funeral industry sees more young people entering the field, new perspectives and challenges arise, which is why I believe funeral professionals could benefit from Spencer's products.
For almost 75 years, the Martha T. Berry Medical Care Facility has provided care for those that are most frail and don't have the ability to pay. With healthcare costs ever increasing and inflation devastating many households, more and more people have become impoverished. It's worse among seniors with health issues, and that is where the Martha T. Berry Facility and the Foundation come in. The facility is the safety net for those most vulnerable seniors in Southeast Michigan. The Foundation helps by making life worth living at the facility. Since its beginning over 10 years ago, the Foundation has been making a difference in the lives of the residents, whether it is to help with new hearing aids so that a resident can hear and talk with their friends, or dentures so that they can enjoy their meals with their family, or help overcome the feelings of helplessness by providing a specialty wheelchair to give the freedom to move about independently, or to bring comfort and warmth in the winter with a warmed blanket. The foundation has made a difference.
Everybody here is just wonderful. The nurses, the CNAs, the staff. It was a big relief when I brought her here and knowing how she's being taken care of. Because it was really hard. I said I wasn't going to do this, but it was really hard bringing her here. I said I need to reserve a room for myself when I'm going to need care.
For an example of kindness, Scotty, who's maintenance here, when my mom had COVID and she was put in isolation, this is when it was real bad, when COVID came out, she wouldn't eat, she wouldn't do anything. He got himself certified so he could feed her because we could not come in the buildings. So to me, that's unbelievable that someone would do that.
The people here, I can't say enough about the staff, you know, they're outstanding. Stephanie had the car show last month. They got 100 cars, and I was talking to a gentleman out there. One of the members' mothers stayed here like 10 years ago. He raved about this place and the care that she got. That warmed my heart, you know, it really does. It's important.
The foundation is successful because of your profound generosity over the years at this event and our outstanding leadership on the board.
When I started at the county back in 2011, there wasn't a foundation. And through that administration, I learned that there is just such an incredible gap between what our elders receive through state funding or federal funding, Medicare, Medicaid, and what they need to survive. Simple necessities, slippers and your favorite socks and a robe and PJs. Our government, our state funding just doesn't pay for that. And so the foundation really was necessary to just fill that gap.
Well, over the last 8 years, I've seen some tremendous things that the foundation has done. One example comes to mind is there was a resident that had a wheelchair that was very specialized for his situation. And the wheelchair broke and insurance wouldn't cover it. And it was upwards over $5,000 for the wheelchair. But his quality of life was so diminished. And these are the types of things that we look for in the foundation to improve their quality of life. And just seeing the expression on his face when he got that wheelchair and the thankfulness, it warms your heart.
The passion for helping our frail seniors is a true commitment from our board. Now, we are in the second year of fundraising for the new wheelchair-focused bus. Most of our residents are coming to us wheelchair-bound physically, but are still young in their minds, desiring to go to a park or shop or see a show. That is where you come in tonight. We're hoping to raise the rest of the money needed to purchase a bus. Please consider helping us now. There are QR codes on the placards for giving specifically to the bus, and also a QR code if you just wish to give to the general needs of the MTB residents.
That bus would be super terrific. If she was younger, she'd really enjoy it. But for all the people that are and that can't get out, a lot of them don't have families to take them out. This would be great. They're stuck here. This way they can get out. They can see. We can go out. Just think if you couldn't. That's gotta be wonderful.
To Hindus, death is one of the most sacred phases of life. That honoring of the body and soul with numerous rituals to ensure that proper and peaceful transition, it's very important. And entrusting someone with such a spiritual journey of a loved one is no easy feat. My name is Sargam, and we had the pleasure of working with Jeff and Schrader Howell for both my grandmother and my aunt when they passed. So one of the most notable moments for me personally was the cremation portion of the service. In the past, it had been somewhat of a traumatic experience for us, to be honest. Crematories can be cold, industrial, and aren't really inclined to honor many of our Hindu ceremonies. With Peggy at ARC and Schrader Howell Funeral Home, we felt that we were celebrating her life among friends, really, and that my aunt's soul would be truly at peace, which is priceless. I cried tears of gratitude multiple times just thinking about how happy she would be with the service and that her cultural wishes were fulfilled. How it felt like parts of home in India. And that's very special. So we were able to prepare her body ceremoniously. We adorned her body with flowers and religious garb. We recited mantras and prayed over her into her final moments, held her hand up until the very last second. Our family and her son even had the honor of initiating the cremation portion, which is a very significant moment for Hindus. So I definitely recommend coming to see Jeff. I'm telling you, he goes over and beyond in every way, repeatedly, to make sure you guys have a great experience. In fact, I recall we called Jeff on a Friday night at midnight to take in her body, and he was there. He answered his phone right away and made sure she was safe and secure, which was really special. And even more so, we had our car battery actually died, and Jeff gave us a jump start to make sure that we were safe. So if that doesn't tell you how exceptional Jeff is, how caring he is, how authentic he is, I don't know who else would do that for us. So we're very grateful to Jeff and Schrader Howell.
As cremation becomes more prevalent, families often wonder if they're getting the care they expect and deserve when it comes to the final arrangements of their loved one. At Williams Sullivan & Son Funeral Directors, we remain steadfast in our commitment to upholding compassionate support, meticulous attention to detail, and personalized service every step of the way.
Upon receiving permission to bring your loved one into our care, we act promptly, ensuring no unnecessary delays. We use the utmost respect in this process.
Every family meets with a licensed funeral director to determine the most suitable plan for their needs. We provide various options, ranging from traditional visitation with a casket to simple cremations followed by memorial services. Our dedicated staff is ready to assist you in exploring all available options. We prioritize your peace of mind by ensuring that universal ID bracelets are placed with your loved one before the cremation process begins. These bracelets enable us to positively identify cremated remains received from the crematory.
Family members are welcome to accompany their loved ones to the crematory, along with one of our funeral directors. Additionally, we have created a dedicated cremation chapel area for families to receive their loved one's urn. This quiet and peaceful setting allows families a moment for reflection and remembrance.
From the initial call to the point we return the urn to your family, we are committed to providing you with peace of mind. We maintain open communication throughout the process, keeping you informed each step of the way. We invite you to reach out and allow us the honor of guiding you through this journey with the care and respect you and your loved one deserves.
At the Schrader Howell Funeral Home, we know that saying goodbye is never easy, but it's a natural and healthy part of the grieving process. Choosing cremation offers several choices for service and memorialization. To help simplify the planning process, we've curated the most popular cremation packages chosen by families. Regardless of which cremation package you choose, all of them feature a set of premium services, These include services of the funeral director and staff, the transfer of deceased to the funeral home and crematory, the cremation process witnessed by a funeral director, the cremated remains picked up by a staff member, a selection of over 20 urns to choose from, thank you cards, register book, memorial folders, and prayer cards. A memorial video tribute. You're allowed to feature as many photos of your loved one as you'd like. 2 death certificates and required county permit. The crematory fee and tax is included. Our first 2 cremation packages are meant to mimic a traditional burial service, except the cremation can take place either before or after the conclusion of the funeral service. They feature all of the previous offerings stated, with the addition of the use of our facility for the funeral ceremony or any other facility you'd like. That can be at a church or your home. An oak ceremonial casket, service cars, a final committal service of the cremated remains at any cemetery of your choosing. This can be done whenever the time is right for your family. The main difference between these 2 packages is that the first one accommodates families over a 2-day period, while the second one has all of the services completed in a day. Our final 2 cremation packages are suited for families who would prefer the cremation take place prior to the gathering. These 2 packages offer the same services and facility offerings as our first 2 packages. However, there is no ceremonial casket included. Regardless of which package you choose, the staff at Schrader Howell Funeral Home take great pride in caring for families and have made a commitment to provide you with a personalized, lasting tribute to your loved one.